The printing press. Johannes Gutenberg was born in 1400 in Mainz, Germany, and died February 3, 1468. Johannes Gutenberg did not have many accomplishments to the world of science or technology until 1400, when he created the first literature that was produced by the printing press. Was a religious poem of the Last Judgment, not the Bible, which is a common misconception. Another 9 years would pass before the estimated 200 Bibles would be printed. After finishing the works of the Bible, Gutenberg was completely bankrupt, and investor Johann Faust gained control over the printing business. Even though Gutenberg had previously been very successful with his prints of the Poem of the Last Judgment and calendars. The printing press had a rapid expansion throughout Europe, and by 1499 almost every major city had at least one print shop. The cost of books was drastically reduced, as the printing press was far more efficient than handwriting books. The overwhelming demand for books created many jobs and introduced shift workers because production carried throughout the night. The publication of the Bible took control away from the church, as many people were now literate and able to make their own interpretation. This diagram shows the rapid expansion of the printing press throughout Europe. Educational material was not far behind from religious texts. This literature was available to the common working class with books on many different topics such as history and science. The press improved the accuracy of information and promoted literacy throughout Europe. With the exchange of ideas and the standardization of literature came a new modern era of thinking. The accurate exchange of information gave many breakthroughs to the world of science and technology. This eventually led to shifts in paradigms and was the foundation for the Enlightenment. Man's knowledge was vastly improved, and all economic classes were now more educated. The printing press has had a long-term effect on Western civilization that can still be seen today. Libraries were expanded and now available to all classes. Before, libraries were restricted to upper-class citizens. Government documents could now be copied and reproduced. The printing press also led to the mass production of paper money. The printing press stayed virtually unchanged until 1824, when the bed and platen press was invented. That sped up production by nearly 400%. This was the first of many advancements to the printing press. A new revolution took effect as inventors kept looking for ways to produce books faster and faster. By 1865, the Bullock press could produce up to 12,000 pages per hour. This was the first printing press that relied on a continuous roll of paper. Later models could produce up to 30,000 pages per hour. The method of using paper on a roll is still used today. Today's knowledge and learning still heavily relies on books and printed literature. Even though technology has taken over once again and computers now lead the way for education and research, books can never be replaced or malfunction. Many of the fundamental principles for printing books is still exercised today and has not been changed since 1440. A metal template dipped in ink and pressed upon a piece of paper is all it takes to create a book. Even though Johannes Gutenberg died before he could see the rapid expansion of his invention, it still has an astronomical effect on today's world.